Welcome to a refreshing Bendigo morning. American building, very famous. If you've never heard of Burning Man. Only 8 came to Australia out of the thousands built in the early 20s. This one was one of 4 that ran on the Port Adelaide campaign.
One's moving.
Originated from a shepherd who tended sheep on what was known as the Ravenswood Run, a large German community. German citizens were prominent in the first opening up of the rich horse-bred Victoria. Carville by a successful French digger called Floridan, who made a neck fortune out of gold and grapes. It is in all other respects identical with its counterpart in Whitehall, London. Next to the cenotaph, the famous Alexandra Fountain, marking the heart of the city. The area to the left of the fountain is New Works collection. Cross. Behind the trees is built over what was once the main shaft of the Hustler's Royal Reserve Mine, which for decades thundered away right here in the heart of the city. Leading the fountain is Pall Mall. Perhaps you've noticed it's a street for the most part flanked with gardens. And clergyman on the Bendigo diggings, Dr. Bacchus was loved by all creeds and classes. He lies buried here. You'll see the raised tomb within the enclosure right beside the footpath. We're about to turn into Arnold Street.
I'm pleased that everybody went to sharing on.
We've got to go up and walk to get a suntan. Oh, it's been 4 months having got this year. I think this one's going to
That's involved.
We're now in Arnold Street, and the tram depot, which you've just inspected, was constructed on the site of Beswick's sawmills. Much of the area around the tram sheds was low-lying and was subsequently filled to street level prior to the completion of the depot building in 1903. Particularly attractive, but not too expensive house for the average family. The design became very popular and soon began to appear in other towns as well. William Charles Barth was a German digger and a very fine architect who designed most of the important buildings in Bendigo. Many you've already seen. Who today employs over 600 people and is one of the city's largest industries. Across the open space on our left, you can catch a glimpse of the spire of the Sacred Heart. Sandhurst Street probably sounds an odd name to give a street. Actually, it was named after a prominent early Sandhurst brewer. Very rich in gold, the White Hills of Bendigo were known to almost every digger in Australia in the 1850s. Earlier we mentioned you'll see them featured on the front of your ticket. Pride of the fleet are our world-famous Bernie cars. The Bernies were built in America, and of the thousands built around the 1920s, only a handful remain throughout the world. They arrived in Australia in 19... written them off as obsolete. Although to most people the bogie trams may look very similar to Melbourne trams, they are in fact their forebears, having a unique penny. One of the most interesting trams is once the old Niagara Hotel and is now a doctor's clinic. The original Shamrock was built in the 1850s, rebuilt to sweep the bar at night and wash the dirt. Really historic buildings for Beehive. Mining in Bendigo. The huge machinery which hauled the cages up and down the shaft has now been lovingly restored and is operated to allow visitors to get the real feel of the mining era. There's also, if you'd like further information about Bendigo's other attractions, we suggest you visit the Bendigo Trust Information Centre near the fountain in Charing Cross. The centre also features a range of souvenirs. The Bendigo Trust
That way sometimes.